Hey everyone, welcome to the second MR2 video. Today I am still in the workshop and it's a different day, it's a whole week later. And there's been a bit of a plot twist. So we've actually acquired a second MR2. This video is not going to entirely be about the black one that I originally showed you in the first video. I'll go through this second MR2 and the reasons why I acquired another one. At this point, I feel like I'm just becoming a MR2 collector. Let's go and check it out. Alright, so here we see behind me the second MR2. Now, I've got my reasons for purchasing this second one. We've still got the black one outside. Now, the special part and the main reason why I bought this is for this green little addition on top here. So we've got a hard top on this one, which is very hard to find on an MR2 itself, let alone finding one alone. And if you find one alone, they're actually quite expensive. So in some circumstances, this hard top itself might be worth more than the actual car. But I got a pretty good deal on this, and Mark's actually got the bonnet open here and he's been looking around the car, so he's done a bit of an assessment on it. It'll all be fresh on camera with his perspective on if this car is actually decent, because I don't really want to keep two MR2s. Either I'm going to keep the black one, which is sitting outside, or the silver one here, whichever one has a better sort of chassis. First point from this angle that you can probably see is there's a bit of an issue with the front guard here. It's got a few little crumples and cracks through it, and there's a bit of rust. So this is definitely something that has to be replaced. I mean, the indicator's sort of popped out and the tab's broken off the front part here for the headlight that connects to the actual fender itself. As you can see, there's something over here. We can just get that focus, yeah, which is actually zip tied now, I've noticed, but that tab doesn't exist on this side at all. It doesn't come with the front boot compartment area where you can usually store some stuff where the spare tire would sit. All of that plastic bit is completely gone. That's not too much of an issue. The body is in somewhat okay condition apart from this fender. Obviously, and you'll see as we go throughout, it's had a bit of a spray here and there, but let's look at the main event. We've got the beautiful green, so it's going to have to be painted, but we've got a very nice green hardtop here, which is a genuine OEM Toyota part. Now, that is pretty hard to come by, and in Australian dollars, these usually cost around $4,000. It can get pretty pricey. You can get an MR2 that might not be running maybe for around that price or a little bit more. That price is definitely up there for a hardtop, but this one's in great condition. If we go inside the car, you can actually see it's in pretty good condition. Soft top's actually been removed completely from this car. And if I was to sell this car and take the hard top and put that on the other one, I'd obviously need to do a little transplant of the soft top onto this. Oh, look at that, pretty solid door slam. I mean, it doesn't rattle at least, that's cool. Now, as we make our way to the back of the car, we've got pretty ugly looking wheels, but you know, it is what it is. The bumper is somewhat aligned. I mean, this side looks okay-ish. At least the rear grille here is not falling apart, which is good. Got this really beautiful to some, but ugly to me rear spoiler. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I'll take it off, or maybe I'll just sort of give it a light spray and maybe fill some bits here and there. I think it's trying to replicate a TRD spoiler. The TRD one looks something like this, but yeah, it's not really my cup of tea. I'd probably have something more race inspired than this if I was to put a spoiler on my MR2. You know, we come along here, and I don't know why, but for some reason this corner of the bumper is always misaligned on every MR2 ever that I've seen. And we've got a few bits of paint which have, you know, boiled and come off with the badge. The rear bonnet itself seems to be in pretty good condition, you know, semi-reasonable. Now, I might have to get the light right, but you can see that there's been a bit of clear overspray. At some point, this may have had a clear coat go over the top for fading paint, or it was repainted back here. I'm not exactly too sure. I think that might be something I can just quickly sand down with some 1,500 or 2,000 grit sandpaper and just quickly polish over to get rid of that, because it's a bit ugly. Just your sort of dings and scratches as you go throughout. And from this side, hardtop's still looking good. We'll go into the car. The seats look a bit used. Bit of a custom shifter there. Yeah, the rest of it's sort of your standard MR2. We've got this interesting yellow pattern on the side, and then we make our way back to the front. So in this corner, again, a bit more peeling here on the paint, which is probably not the best, but maybe I can just quickly touch that up. The headlights are completely wrecked as well, so don't know if you could see that clearly when I was showing you the tabs, but they're just completely yellowed out. I might swap over from the other car onto this or buy some new headlights. I'm not too sure, but this is probably my favorite part apart from the actual hardtop itself. We've got a midship runabout badge here that I might salvage if we decide to go with a black car. I've just lifted up the rear, and as you can see, everything's still intact, which is what you sort of expect. Apparently we've got a new battery, which is always a good thing. I have noticed, especially at the front of the car as well, that there is a little teen logo there, and I've noticed there is coilovers throughout the car, so that might be another bit that we salvage out of this one. We haven't got the stock exhaust. This is an aftermarket, I believe, Apexi exhaust, the previous owner was telling me. Does make a little bit extra noise, but it's nothing too special. But yeah, that's my quick overview of it. Obviously, the front bonnet's just not closed properly. It's not completely misaligned. It's not a totally horrible car. I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10, because we can quickly fix up a few things like the fender, the headlights, the paint issue at the back there. Maybe give it a bit of a clean. And when we transplant the soft top, if I decide to go with this one and put the hard top on the black one, you know, this should be pretty easy to sell this car. Not too bad. Let's have a chat with Mark and we'll discuss a few of the things that he's seen on the car. I'm just here with the master mechanic. The first thing that he noticed was we actually have a bigger radiator that I might transplant into the other car. Now, I have no clue sort of what these hoses like that. So you were saying that might be like a bit of a breather?
I think it is either a breather for possibly a different model. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to make sure, use the tub out of the other car just to make sure that it clears this bigger radiator.
Yeah.
And then if it does, then we can swap radiators and put this one back to stock.
I definitely noticed, so I was saying how the tab here exists on this headlight, but this one sort of snapped off.
This one's broken, so I think we'll have to fabricate or swap headlights. Yeah, it's got teen coilovers in it, strut brace, adjustable sway bars.
Adjustable sway bars?
Yeah, that's
bar along here.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's actually
performance. Yeah,
quite a bit of positive things going on.
And adjustable rear bar as well.
So that'll make a big difference with handling.
Well, we should get it up and going.
Now, a quick question in terms of the actual coilovers themselves. There's no way to tell if they're actually in good condition unless we go out on the road and drive it.
Well, we'd either have to take it for a good drive or either pull them out and have a
Is there any
to make sure that they're not leaking oil?
Yeah, okay, so you'd be able to see
yeah,
leaks.
well,
Yeah, okay.
there's usually telltale signs that they're either leaking or they've got other mechanical issues.
And then as for the hardtop, that all looks in good nick for you,
Yeah,
I think.
we'll just do a
That's
swap over on that.
That's pretty straightforward. OEM piece. The rear wing is pretty self-explanatory. It's not a nice rear wing, so I might have to just give that a quick coat or something, and then, as I was saying, fill up a few little bits here and there. But was there anything else that you noticed that we should call out?
Nothing really jumps out. I think once we get it on the hoist, and we'll compare what we're up against and see if we can repair and make parts up.
Now I'm personally thinking, maybe because of the color, maybe because of the state of the other transmission and engine is, that I would go for using that car over this car. Would you sort of agree with that, especially if we're going to do an engine swap? Or
yeah, I think the other one definitely would suit a engine conversion, engine transmission, whatever you're going to come up with. Any ideas?
Probably, yeah, maybe an engine conversion. I'm looking at the Honda stuff lately, so that'd be a really good platform. I've seen a couple people do it on YouTube as well, so I know it's definitely possible, and there should be a few little kits out there. I assume that would make your job as a mechanic easier.
Right. At least you're not having to fabricate in-house.
Yeah, because obviously
At least
that's...
if we can get the engine trans sitting in there, probably a shifter and so forth, and convert it to a manual.
Yeah, that's right, because if you didn't know already, with these MR2 Spyders, they're all this SMT transmission, which is very clunky. Yeah, it's not the most fun to drive. But yeah, so there you go. There's Mark's view on it. We haven't got it up on the hoist yet, but just at a quick glance, those are the things that are sort of staring out at him. But yeah, probably in the next episode or later on, we'll actually get both of the cars up on the hoist like we said and go from there. All right, so there you go. There's Mark's quick view of what's going on with this silver MR2. So that's obviously at a quick glance. We haven't got it up on the hoist yet, so when we have both cars on the hoist, we'll be able to do a proper assessment and figure out which is the better car. But I'm more still leaning towards the black car because it has that transmission issue. This one's sort of up and running. We can swap a few parts from this to that and then sort of get rid of this car nice and quickly, whereas the other one we need to do a lot more work, and I just sort of prefer the black car over the silver car. I think it looks a little bit more sporty. Hopefully by the next episode I don't end up with a third MR2. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and yeah, thanks for coming around. Cheers.
Hey guys, thanks for watching again. Before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to celebrate hitting 10 subscribers with a little giveaway to say thank you to everyone. I'm going to be giving away a little 1x64 die-cast car. I'm not sure what car it is going to be yet, but it's going to go to one lucky subscriber. I'm well aware that most of my subscribers right now are my mates, but hopefully it goes to someone who's not. That'd be really cool to see. Now, to enter, all you have to do is first off make sure you're a subscriber, like this video, and then drop a comment below telling me what you'd like to see on the channel. I know I've only got a couple videos out, but all ideas are welcome. I'll be picking a random winner using a random picking tool online that I can find somewhere, and basically you've got 7 days to enter. So from when this video drops till the next one will be about a week, and it'll be roughly around September 25th. So yeah, good luck. I can't wait to see what you guys suggest. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.